这次全球疫情新冠虽然长期达3年多，瑞典华人华侨在中国驻瑞典大使馆的甘心支持下，或商会华人华侨携手相助，共度难关，排除万难，战胜疫情。我们尽社会责任，大义担当。
In 2022, bilateral trade exceeded $20 billion. The two-way investment increased by nearly 80%. In the first half of this year, China's investment in Sweden increased by more than 50%, and the number of investment projects from Sweden to China increased by more than 40%, demonstrating the potential and the resilience of cooperation between the two parties. Currently, China is Sweden's largest trading partner in Asia, and Sweden is China's 10th largest trading partner and the third largest investment destination in the EU.
深圳和斯德哥尔摩两座国际大都市都具有显著的创新基因，双方在经贸交流合作、科技研发、新型产业和高端制造等领域具有广阔的合作前景。瑞典是中国在欧盟的第10大贸易伙伴，第3大投资目的地和第2大技术引进来源国。中国则是瑞典在亚洲最大的贸易伙伴。瑞典有超过1万家企业开展对华贸易，500多家企业在华经营，彰显出两国企业间巨大的合作积极性和张力，特别是在新能源、新材料、电动汽车等与深圳20+8产业集群发展高度契合的领域。接下来，请允许我向大家简单的介绍深圳市户代处。深圳市政府驻欧洲经贸代表处于2000年成立，是代表中国第一个经济特区深圳市的对欧合作联络窗口。代表处归口深圳市商务局管理，下设比利时、英国、德国、法国、瑞士和瑞典6个办事处。其中，瑞典斯德哥尔摩办事处于今年年初成立，承担着深圳市走出去、引进来和招才引智工作。为加强深圳市与北欧地区国家的双边经贸关系，办事处积极为希望通过深圳进入中国市场、寻求商业与巨资合作的北欧公司与创业团队，以及有意向进入北欧市场、寻求国际化合作的深圳企业提供双向服务。
Working between Sweden and China has been one of my great missions in life, but it hasn't been that long. It started, in fact, 2011, when I went to China for the first time, and I was very angry at myself that I hadn't been there before, because I could see a lot of opportunities. But anyway, during this trip, when I've been to China quite a lot, because I was responsible and still are responsible for taking Swedish companies from the incubator and science parks world in Sweden to China and trying to get them to get traction on the market and also find good cooperation. And I think during this trip I have met and created a lot of good friends in China. I love to work with China because I think it's a great opportunity and still are great opportunities popping up all the time. So we have some new activities going on between Sweden and China, so I hope I can talk to you individually later and talk more about it. But right now it's my trip I did between Sweden and China has resulted in that we now have established quite a lot of companies in China. One of our companies invested and built a new production plant in Hangzhou area during 2019, and we had an opening ceremony in May 2023, so I went there to China to open that factory. We have over 300 employees in China right now, and we hope we're going to have more. But that's just one of the companies that I work with today. And I think there's a lot of opportunities. So I will bring 6 to 10 companies in the end of this year to China that hopefully will find good partners in China and develop new technology. Because what China has is that you have the speed, you have the quality, and you have a lot of technology that is quite easy to get access to. And I think the market is global. Right now in our companies, we deliver a lot of products around the world to the markets in Australia, Canada, Europe, and the northern part of Europe also. For the future, I hope that we can find good platforms, and this initiative of this Innovation Center of Northern Europe is one of those I met quite early, thanks to Madame Zhang that helped me quite a lot when I was in Shenzhen. And Shenzhen has also, I have a lot of good friends there and a good memories, so I will absolutely go there in the end of this year again and see what we can do with these companies, because this is a great area in China that is developing very, very quickly still, and I think there is opportunities. Because China has developed so rapidly during these years, you also are quite picky about the innovation coming to your country. So we, from the Swedish side, we need to be more alert and deliver much, much more high-quality innovations to your market, because the competition in China is very, very tough. So I would just end my speech with thank you for helping me in this market entry, also to do my job as responsible for the collaboration between Sweden and China.
巧珍她呢非常热情，她的真诚和她的热情和温暖呢，使我们一见如故，就成了朋友。那么这么多年过来，断断续续的呢，我也见证了她在瑞典的创业。那么之后呢，又回国，把瑞典的企业引到中国，成立了这么多的协会，自己作为一个会长，不断的往返于瑞典和中国之间。 为中瑞之间和特别是深圳和瑞典的交流，建立了很多的联系，文化交流、科技交流、商业交流，做出了很重要的贡献。我觉得我们在座的都应该敬佩他这种精神，他真是一个不懈的努力，这是至少是我非常敬佩的，他能够不懈的在工作，不懈的在努力。祝贺
providing such kind of resource to stimulate the innovation. For life science, for example, BGI, we're actually starting with a shoe factory in China, if you know about the story. And then we growing from, when I joined BGI in 2010, actually I'm the second employee joined BGI in Europe. And nowadays we actually more than 100 employees in Europe. And we are in total more than 10,000 employees in global. And we are the leading organization in the life science as a Chinese company. And we are very grateful that we can actually contribute for fighting the pandemic for Sweden, also for the whole Nordic. So we actually have been contributing more than half of the variants of the COVID in Sweden. So we are very grateful to be part of this society. And we think the spirit from Shenzhen really providing such kind of soul for the innovative technology and company to grow. Thank you so much. 谢谢。
Getting together now, and together we will try to do something that is great for both countries. Thanks.
他是中瑞技术转移孵化中心的副主席。We thank you all. Thank you very much for all your efforts between Sweden and China. Well, next one, please.
Yes. I've been to China now since...
And you're
Erik Schwarz.
Okay, Erik Schwarz. Schwarz Group AB CEO.
And I've been to China now every year, pretty much, except for the pandemic, since it's 2005, I think. So I've seen the enormous development speed.
Yeah.
The enormous speed of the development. And I think there's a lot to do. And like said, it's been a little bit slow since after the pandemic. But I myself have a project now. We're working on healthcare for the elderly care and education in that sector. And we've been to China and talked to people there. And I think hopefully we will have some sort of pilot project in Shenzhen. So I start to feel like things are moving again. After the pandemic sort of stopped everything for a few years.
Elderly care is a big need in both Sweden and China.
My name is Carl Johard, and I'm a serial entrepreneur working together with my son, who is one of the leading experts within an AI called reinforcement learning. And we are working mostly with sustainable questions, and I think that we have big possibilities both in Europe but also in China with our solutions, which is patented and very special. And I feel that the European market for the moment for new technology companies is a little bit slow, as former speaker said here. Yeah, and it's careful, and the investments are not there really because they're very careful. And I also believe that the Chinese market is much larger and much more interesting for these new companies. So I'm looking forward to our expansion in China.
Thank you.
My name is Xiaoting Zhang. I know a lot from those of you are not quite familiar, but I represent of Nordic Sustainable Development Association. Yeah, the association will focus on the sustainable development, which is the common goal of both China and Sweden, but they're quite different stage. So this association has been based on RISE, a lot of research institutes in Nordic, including RISE, VTT, and others. So we found that Sweden and China, they are quite different in the innovation, from the IP, everything, quite different stage. But they're quite common in sustainable development, which means that when we promote a lot of projects, we try to strategic, which means that we have to together integrate the government, the company, the chamber, everything together to work together. The second is that we cannot only promote one project, we have to make it sustainable. It's a holistic solution instead to China. It's much easier. Yeah. And that's what I'm doing, and I think we should have a lot of things in common. And in this case, Shenzhen has been done quite well.
Important things in the Shenzhen, I feel, is full of the energy, full of the ability, activity, creative, and innovation. This is very good in this young modern society, or young modern city, because so much younger people work there. That is the future. That is the Chinese future.
My name is Wesley, and the Chinese name Yang Qi, and we're working for Sany Group. Sany is the company specialized in the construction machinery sector, so which many are manufactured wheel loaders, excavators. Meantime, we have been keeping investing in the green energy, like the solar panels, wind power, hydrogen. Everything is quite diversified company at this moment in China, and we have 55,000 people all over the world with the $200 billion turnover. Sany has been continuously 15 years #1 in China in the construction machinery sector, and globally we have 21 countries #1 market share for the excavators and the wheel loaders product. As for Sweden, I've been appointed by the company to register the company in Stockholm because we see in the long run it's a very good market for us. In the meantime, we got the great company like Volvo to look up. We are trying to open the Nordic countries by our whole range of electric products. Meantime, to lower the carbons, and we believe we have great potential here. Thank you very much again for this platform, and I wish we can talk more and to enhance the cooperation between Chinese and Swedish entrepreneurs, and then we can move forward together, like Professor said. Thank you.
Yeah, I actually cannot agree more like Ulf you mentioned. I think now the business between China and Sweden, it's become a little bit complicated than before. But for my personal experience, I think Sweden, you do have this teacher exemption, making the innovation is such special. And that's why I take in the entrepreneurship education in Chalmers Entrepreneur School. I graduated from there. But when I was learning in 2008, so it's not so popular in China for entrepreneurship as a program to educate. But nowadays in Shenzhen, you see there's so many people talking about entrepreneurship, and I do see this is kind of spread in Shenzhen as a whole city. Everyone's talking about innovation, technology, and talking about how to using technology to make a great impact in the life. So I believe with such kind of combination, the market in China is so big, and technology in Sweden, you have such good basic research. There is a great potential, even though there is a lot of challenge today we are facing. But I do think this will continue as people do have trust in both countries. A lot of people like you, and I can see here, still have faith in such kind of collaboration. I think there will be a great future. Thank you.
北欧深圳总商会的会员有400多个，在瑞典，在中国有600多个啊，我们都有1000人大会了。我们在瑞典，中国这一块每年都有搞中瑞产学研论坛，现在改为中欧产学研论坛，那个就是其中之一。第二呢，就是一个每年的高交会文博会啊。我们都是有很多北欧的企业家、瑞典的企业家到我们深圳做科技展，幕府带队啊，当时也是做了很多的事情，就是说带了很多的外国人，还有我们这边北欧5个国家的，经常有走到那个深圳对接了很成功，有企业的孵化、企业的落地，企业家有产业，有高科技孵化器，绿色低碳都有。我们成功引进了人才引进，就是大家都认识弗利夫教授，就是卡洛丽斯卡林格嘛，还有皇家理工学院都有各个就是瑞典的企业落地很成功，在跟深圳的企业合作。我想希望大家以后更加对我们中国的支持瑞典的企业家，大家两国，我也承担了"一带一路"走出去引进来，我也成功引进了深圳很多企业中国有很多企业到这里落地的，也很多到了那个，现在瑞典企业有北欧的企业在深圳落地的，也不单深圳，有杭州，有那个上海那一块都有。对北方这一块都有，所以呢，以后大家都给我北欧商会多交流，以后我可以为大家做点微薄之力啊，因为我是大家都了解我是比较喜欢跟交朋友，所以我的朋友不管在中国也好，在这里也好，全球华人华侨也好，我也是还是大家比较知道我的名字啊，所以以后我是愿意帮助大家走出来引进去 这个案例呢就很多，我也不打扰大家很多时间。现在就是在深圳落地的几项，得到了我们政府很大的支持。现在未来有很多的项目还会继续落户在我们的中国这一块。疫情期间呢，我们北欧深圳总商会瑞中企业家协会，它呢，我们捐赠了有1.5个多亿，我们捐赠了医疗物资、口罩、防护衣、护目镜、消毒液，等等，有20多个国家吧，比如是秘鲁、阿根廷、缅甸、柬埔寨。日本好多啊，真的记不住那么多。还有我们的城市有上海、北京、新疆部队啊，所以我们这一块也得到了政府我们政府的鼓励啊，就是评为我们北欧深圳总商会瑞中企业家协会也给过了很多的奖，感谢大家的支持大家以后多联系多沟通，我还愿意再为大家再出发因为我们现在这里都有很多项目要跟我合作的，我希望能帮到大家落地成功，所以我们深圳政府也是封我是民间大使就是说我们中国有很多城市封我叫民间大使，我都不敢当，我说因为我一个人的力量是很有限的，还是要靠大家。大家的那个组织，我担任的职务呢，现在在全国各地各个县会都有，但是确实是忙不过来。我也感谢大使馆，因为成功引进这个接洽了诺比埃可持续发展基金会在深圳落地，也是我们港华集团。然后我是属级代表。我们以后不单是诺比埃基金会，还有其他的。机构不断的现在一起合作，比如大健康、清洁能源、绿色低碳，等等。我们深圳呢，今年绿色低碳，我们龙岗龙岗的代表团过来，我们是粤港澳大湾区的一个重要的点，就是整个粤港澳大湾区的点叫绿色低碳城。就在我们的龙岗区，上次我们的代表团也来了，我们的福田代表团也来了，就是各个区的现在不断的来我们的北欧，以后大家多点交流多点合作，我就不讲那么多了，谢谢大家
我们